Who will join Yana Newell on Championship Sunday? We will find out here in our second women's singles semifinal between Amanda Hendry and Maria Klokotzky.
Oh.
Hendry sticking with it for the first point.
Well, Klokotzky thought she had a winner right there. Hendry, great get.
Hendry, 26 years old, from Wilton, Connecticut. Former national field hockey champion at the University of North Carolina. Smart play there.
Yeah, a little mishit there on the volley for Hendry, but it all works out.
Klokotzky, 37 years old, originally from Tallinn, Estonia. Played her collegiate tennis at the University of Louisville. Nice deep return there.
I always feel
Put
like
those
you're
L's down, Tom. You didn't go to Louisville.
I always feel like you're swallowing the word when you say Louisville.
That's because I'm a Kentucky native that knows how to pronounce it.
As am I. Louisville.
I can't pronounce any place right.
But you
so.
make it sound good, though, with your accent there, so it's okay. You can get away with that.
Klokotzky putting it right inside the line to tie it at 2. And, fellas, we've seen Klokotzky start to make some deeper runs across the course of this year, into the semifinals here. People who aren't familiar with her game, what should they expect to see from her?
Heavy power. She hits a very heavy ball, as right there. And just a bunch of power, too, when she gets to the kitchen line. She will approach that kitchen line. She will take advantage. But, again, it's what she does with the ground stroke. She hits it heavy to the baseline, keeps you back, puts you on your heels, and that's her advantage, is the way that she presses you. There's that
again,
press.
Finding the cross-court deep corner.
Right, there's that press right on cue as she pressed with the two-handed backhand right there. And when we talk about a heavy ball, it meaning that when it gets on you, it almost feels like it's speeding up as it gets to you.
Oh, great hands from Hendry, but couldn't bring it in the court.
The goalie.
I was going to say field hockey goalie right there, but Hendry needs to come up to the kitchen line more. She's going to have to put the pressure on Klokotzky and really force her to beat her. If she tries to match her in the baseline game, it's going to be a tough.
Is that a style of play, though, as Klokotzky gets the winner there, or the point, rather? Is that a style of play that Hendry's comfortable playing?
That is Hendry's style of play, is to come up to the kitchen line and really control it from there. That ball just deep. Yeah, and you're talking about two different backgrounds right now, right? So Klokotzky's got the tennis background. She's used to the baseline game. Hendry has good ground strokes, but that is not her background. Is that right there, coming up and having the hands to really be able to control anything that's hit at her.
And the skill set as a field hockey goalie would lend itself to the handwork and the hand-eye coordination. Can't pick that up there.
Yeah, and that's the ball that Hendry's going to struggle with, is when Klokotzky goes heavy, keeps that ball low. Now Hendry's really got to lift and hit up on that ball. Makes it very tough.
3-point lead for Klokotzky. Rips the forehand winner, catches the back of the line.
Yeah, that's the power that you were talking about right there, Dom. She doesn't look like she's really overhitting, and it's almost.
That's a great get from Hendry.
Wow, full sprint, edge guard, drop shot.
Yeah, the power from Klokotzky is it's almost like Hayworth. Hayworth doesn't look like he's swinging very hard, but it's like jumping off of the paddle. Right here, Klokotzky has similar swing, and then it just jumps off. But there are times where it has to be right in that strike zone. If it's down mid shin or if it's up a little bit higher.
Well, that's the years and years and years of tennis.
Yep.
where those tennis players come over to pickleball and you talk about, oh, you have to unlearn. No, you don't. You have to take what you've known for years and years
and apply it.
Incorporate it and apply it to your game, and that's exactly what Klokotzky's doing.
Hendry misses the forehand. The lefty pushes it wide. Klokotzky with the 2-point advantage here in this game number 1 of our women's singles semifinal. Oh, yeah. Great ball from Hendry.
But that's the strength of Hendry right there. She has to come up, take the ball early to cut down on the reaction time for Klokotzky because she wants that ground stroke game.
Oh, Klokotzky missed an opportunity. Should have went down that line on Hendry, but Hendry read it early to the forehand for the 3rd time in a row.
Missed opportunity for Klokotzky. It's 9-all after Klokotzky led by as many as 4.
Ooh, rusty approach. So you talked about issues with your approach shot
yes,
earlier.
Lots of them.
So let's relate it.
So that one right there, you saw Hendry. She's taking it back, taking the paddle back, moving forward. So now the ball's coming to it. She's moving to the ball, and the timing is so short because of 2 moving objects.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
I never said it didn't make sense. I just said I couldn't execute it.
I know, but I'm just breaking it down for you right now.
Just trying to help you out here.
No, I appreciate it.
Kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
No, I make him in practice. Can't make him in a match.
Well, that's it. You're just mentally weak then.
I would agree with that.
Wow. Just calling out.
I mean, it's fair. Right. I got him on his age earlier, so.
And back to the match.
Hendry's taking the lead.
Oh.
Wow. 2. 1 from Hendry and then 1 from Klokotzky.
This one here just scrapes over the net cord. And then it died by the time Klokotzky got to it.
2-point lead for Hendry.
Big serve. You see the kick on
that
that
serve,
one.
Right? So she puts a lot of spin on it and gets some height. And then as that ball dips and hits the ground, it kicks into the body of Klokotzky, and a nice comeback here from Amanda Hendry.
Well, and that's what I was talking about when we're talking about outside the strike zone. So typically, somebody that is playing a little bit heavier topspin in that strike zone like Klokotzky is, ball kicks up. Now all of a sudden she moves the paddle up with it and ends up hitting the top of the ball, rather than she's so used to having that smooth swing where we can get underneath it and create the topspin. Moving it outside of that strike zone, whether it's with heavier topspin that kicks or whether it's with slice that kind of hits and stays down. It's the same as a pitcher changing eye levels on a hitter. If I know that your hot zone is right over the middle and then belt high, you better hope that I'm going up. Right. I'm going up under your armpits. I'm going under your armpits, or I'm going at your ankles.
Right, exactly. I know you're coming up and in. You're going to try and back me off.
Make it impossible for you to extend your arms. Another missed return, and all of a sudden it's Hendry with the 4-point lead.
Ooh.
Back-to-back missed returns. And another timeout, guys. What is Hendry doing that's giving Klokotzky so many problems?
Well, I mean, again, Hendry's making balls now.
Hendry takes game number 1 15-10. We'll be back with game number 2 here on Championship Court.
I'm Chef Chad Rosenthal, and I'm here today with Elastic Pickles to put the pickle in pickleball. In pickleball, a dill ball is a shot that is inbounds and is bounced only once. It's a live ball. This Vlasic Pickle Dip is a live ball of pickle flavor. Crunchy pickle perfection.
The APP is sponsored by Owl Paddle. Quiet the competition. Good idea. Primes metabolism, balances blood sugar. And Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs. Welcome back to Championship Court. Game 2 underway. Amanda Hendry and Maria Klokotzky. Hendry took the first 15-10 and takes the first point of game number 2.
Well, she takes the first point. Nice little miss-hit backhand right there. She'll take it. Kind of dies off her paddle. Almost works better.
Another missed return from Klokotzky. And going back to Klokotzky's 8-4 lead. It's now a 12-2 run in favor of Amanda Hendry.
Oh, it's in.
Oh, just catches the tape.
But the approach shot there from Klokotzky, I mean, you want to talk about short, compact backswing. She just held it at the hip, stepped into it, ripped it.
Nice forehand. Buggy whips that back cross court. And again, not only is it dipping, but it's going away from Klokotzky, and she doesn't move her feet to get to the spot. Tries it again. I like it, though.
Couldn't make the pickup that time.
Well, in that situation, it just got a little deep on him, more difficult to take it cross court. I'd have to take that one in front just a little bit more, or if that ball does get that deep, take it down the line. That's good control
placement there from Klokotzky to tie it at 3.
Yeah, and she chooses the right ball to come forward on. It's a deep ball in the corner. Hendry was on the run.
Hendry can't make the pickup.
Well, that's a nice ball there from Klokotzky. Instead of trying to rip past Hendry, she created some dip, almost had a drop shot right at the shins of Amanda Hendry there.
Getting a little love off the court is Klokotzky. It's a 2-point lead.
If you go back and watch this point, Klokotzky did not decide to come up until she saw Hendry was in trouble in the corner. She came up late, hits a volley through the transition area, and gets a little love off the tape.
Was going back behind Hendry with the forehand, but catches the net.
Well, and even the movement of Hendry there forced Klokotzky to try to rush and get that shot off.
Another missed return. That was in stereo.
Jinx.
5-all. Tried to thread the needle.
It's actually the lower balls, the balls that are just below the knee of Klokotzky that she is pushing deep because she's trying to come up on it even more. It's not grabbing the same, and they're floating deeper.
Pushes that wide. So is the adjustment the footwork to improve the contact point?
The paddle head. The paddle head needs to get underneath the ball a little bit more. It's almost the top edge of the paddle has to get under. But and the reason why I said it's not that Hendry is serving really big on those returns that Klokotzky's missing. It's the height of it.
What was Klokotzky's lead in game 1?
8-4. She ended up dropping it 15-10, so Hendry closed that
11-2.
11-2 run and then won the first 2 points of this second game.
So 11-2, and then comes out, has a 7-5 lead here. It's a matter of Hendry making an adjustment and Klokotzky not making any adjustments, right? And Hendry is the one who's making that, and she's benefited from it.
What was the adjustment that Hendry made?
Well, again, she approached the kitchen line. She was almost staying back and wanting to go toe-to-toe, baseline to baseline. That's not her game. She doesn't have that high tennis background. And so she's taking that away from Klokotzky by approaching here
Pushed it long there. So correspondingly, you said Klokotzky's not making any adjustment. What's the number one change she needs to make?
Well, she did go on a little run here at the beginning of game 2 as well, and it's when she came forward and put the pressure on Hendry. But it's also, and I feel like we've spoken about this like all day long. If you can hit a ball that has shape, that is getting to your opponent below the net, forcing them to hit up, then you're in a much better position to put that pressure on. Ooh, just wide. Okay.
So the call is overturned.
That's Klokotzky doesn't know yet.
That's hard.
She doesn't know yet.
Hard to call on that side for the referee because you're looking at it at a different angle.
So it was 7-all. With that point, it's an 8-7 advantage for Hendry.
Yeah, just, again, it's that approach, right? As simple as it seems, Chad, we don't, you don't, players don't practice that, right? And again, it's something that's huge, especially in singles.
Oh, wow. Wow. Pick up there from Hendry. I mean, those were some
heavy balls.
Extremely difficult forehand balls from Klokotzky, and I thought that the ball was going to go wide off the backhand of Hendry, but she kept it in and then turned the point around. That's an excellent ball.
Couldn't shape it back in. Good ball from Hendry.
But the adjustment there on the approach shot, she stayed shorter. She took that ball earlier, and she was a little bit more closed off.
A great job of moving forward there from Klokotzky.
Yeah, again, she approached at the right time. That first ball that Hendry gets, absolutely incredible, but then again, Klokotzky going to the same spot again and putting pressure on Hendry.
I think, Chad, you talked about the things that we've talked about over the course of the entire day across matches, and I think that just underscores how important the fundamentals actually are when you get into matches like this. Oh, Klokotzky had the alley but couldn't hit it.
Yeah, Hendry almost gave her an opportunity there.
It took Hendry 3 games to get past Daria Walczak in the quarterfinals. Klokotzky dispatched Simone Jarging in straight games, overcooks the forehand there nearly into the booth.
Well, great job there from Hendry. Again, good approach, under control, gets Klokotzky moving completely to her forehand side and trying to hit that winner on the run.
Klokotzky pushed back, can't make the forehand, and now Hendry 2 points away from punching her ticket into Championship Sunday.
13-9.
Great ball.
Oh.
Side out.
Oh.
Point 10.
Missed the overhead.
That's such a good setup there from Hendry. Got exactly what she was looking for.
Sometimes you get what you want.
10-13.
10-13. Overhead put away back behind. Klokotzky back within 2.
That overhead miss from Hendry right there is going to sit with her for a little bit. And that's going to be the mark it down point right there. Oh, excellent
just
ball
sails
from
wide.
Hendry. Klokotzky had Hendry on the run, and Hendry just hits that perfect flat ball back that stays right at net height.
And that gives Hendry match point, up 14-11.
14-11.
Klokotzky stays alive.
Hendry caught too much middle of the court right there. An excellent job from Klokotzky One, to pin Hendry in the middle in that first ball, and then when it came back, same position, she goes out wider.
A smart play there from Hendry to get back on serve.
Well, doesn't miss that one right there. Great job, great setup. Very similar to the overhead she missed. She gets a forehand here, cross-court winner.
Match point number 2. Missed return, and Amanda Hendry will meet Jana Newell on Championship Sunday. We will hear from Hendry when we come back here on Championship Court. You're watching the OWL APP Newport Beach Open.
What do you talk about? The news? Sports? A little family gossip, maybe? Nah, you don't do that, right? Well, here's another topic for you. As they get older, their risk of getting really sick from a respiratory virus like flu, COVID-19, or RSV goes up a lot. So talk to them about getting the season's vaccines, because you've still got so much to talk about.
It's hard to find supplements that work. No, thank you. You need supplements that are backed by science with natural and plant-based ingredients and that are third-party tested. Because cleaner is better. Like Oro Organic. Plant-based supplements made from the Earth's most powerful plants for your immune health, gut health, workouts, and more. Find out more at oraorganic.com.
People play pickleball for exercise, competition, or to hang out with friends. What your reason is doesn't matter to Gamma. What matters is that you play, that you enjoy playing with passion, and you have so much fun you can't wait to play again. At Gamma, we offer paddles perfect for all levels, including yours, because pickleball is about you, the player, and what feels right. Pickleball is your game. Make Gamma your paddle. Play to live, live to play. Gamma Pickleball.
The APP is sponsored by Sports Illustrated, official ticketing partner of the APP Tour. Franklin X40, official ball of the APP Tour. And La Victoria brand salsa, Mexican flavor raised in LA.
Back here on Championship Court at the OWL APP Newport Beach Open, I'm with Amanda Hendry. Punches her ticket to Championship Sunday. Amanda, let's go straight to Game 1. You're down 8-4. Call timeout. What's the adjustment you made in Game 1 to end it on a 11-2 run?
Yeah, I know Maria hits a really heavy ball, and I don't have a tennis background, so that's not really my strength. And I definitely was staying back too much in the beginning of that match, and I kind of just made the adjustment of if I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose coming in. So I started coming in, just volleying pretty decently, so that helped a lot. And yeah, that was kind of just my game plan after that.
And now moving on to Championship Sunday, you're facing Jana Newell. What's the game plan going in against Jana?
Kind of probably similar. I mean, she's a really great player, super athletic, but again, she hits a really heavy ball, so I probably don't want to get into that baseline with her.
All right, well, congratulations, Amanda. Moving on to Championship Sunday. Next up here on Championship Court, men's pro singles bronze medal match, Jack Foster and Ryler DeHart here at the OWL APP Newport Beach Open.